We all want to be famous people, and the moment we want to be something, we are no longer free. So what does it mean to be a famous person? To be someone who is valued, accepted, understood. Someone who is loved and cared. You know, people are always trying to take position in life. We're always trying to form their conceptual I and be a part of some group or party, organization, and they always want to be a part of something. And this is how we create their identity, by creating their self. But isn't that self is limited? If we want to be something, if we want to be some person, some known person, we create limitations because we are bounded to that position, to that mental position we take in life. And this position roots us and creates a role for us. And we have to act in that role. You have to be in that role. We have to show people who we are. We always have to take effort to show who we are. And we are afraid if people don't see us we want to be. And we always trying to hide that fear. We always try to be that something and meet the requirements of that person who takes a position, who takes a status, and he's seen and perceived by others. And many people create themselves. They identify themselves with that someone who takes a part in something. And that person wants to keep himself in that something because he thinks that by taking that position, it gives all the love from others. It gives him status and prestige. It gives him a feeling when other people look at him, how other people perceive him, how other people applaud him. And this makes him to become attached to that role, and fear of letting go takes over him. But as I mentioned before, that position we take limits us. It makes us someone or something who's limited in the boundaries of that self, of that mind-made self, of the conceptual I. And this is how it is. This is how people want to be something. Because this is how they are accepted. This is how they are loved. This is how they are appreciated and valued. This is a human needs they need to meet. But once you realize your true self, once you're able to become attached from that image, from the mind-made image of yourself, you become a different you. Not the one who is involved, not the one who is acting towards that created image, who's trying to show up, who's trying to be seen, but the one who is being aware of that, who is peaceful from the inside, who is active in the now, who is fully aware and present. And as I said before in one of my quotes, I said that freedom is the realization that you are nothing but you are. And this is the freedom from identity. Freedom from who you are from the mind perspective. Not from who you are in reality, but who you are in conceptual thinking. And that freedom from who you are is nothing. Nothing to be identified with. Nothing to be perceived as. Just simply being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your identities. But that doesn't mean you don't act. That doesn't mean you don't take your role in life. You act out of your responsibility, of course. If you are a woman who has a child and you are called a mother, the woman who takes care of her child, it's not a bad thing. But the problem arises when people identify themselves with that role. And that role bounds them. He's a bad person. He's a good person. He's a rich. He's poor. He's a great man. He's a small man. All those identities creates a frame, that limitation which we are bounded. And those boundaries create suffering because we are unable to see ourselves out of that position who we think we are. And who we are we are that nothing which is beyond what we think we are. And if you think that you are that nothing in your conceptual thinking, well, then you are not nothing. You are something which is labeled, which is named as nothing. And that doesn't make you any different when a rich man, when a poor man, or some other person. It makes you labeled nothing. But what I want to express, that nothingness has to come from within, from beyond that label. And then the label is removed, the true self reveals, the true peace and joy and connectedness with who we are in essence. So the role we take does not make us free. What makes us free is becoming aware of the role. What makes us free is the freedom which dwells within us beyond any conceptual images, perceptions, labels. We are one within themselves, one beyond the mind. So thank you for listening, and I hope you found something that I was able or unable to express by the limited words, which just takes a small part of this evolutionary conscious experience.